I think I've mentioned for the Gus and Eddie podcast.
Okay.
It's a solid show.
Our
You should.
competition, clearly.
No, dude, we cannot catch up to these guys. Well, actually, we can because they don't make episodes anymore because there was a whole big drama thing and it sucks because they were one of my favorites.
Oh, is this Gus Johnson?
Yeah,
This was
so
Eddie Burback and Gus Johnson.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. All right, yeah.
I don't
Gus was
know.
a bad boy.
Well, okay. Yes,
I
but
don't really care. I
also
don't really care.
but also there's a lot more to it than that.
Oh, I'm
And
sure there is. I don't.
I'm not going to get into it, but it kind of sucks because their podcast is really funny.
We're the new Gus and Eddie, but it's Shaner and Eddie.
Dude, there's a void to fill, and
We're
it's our
we're
time.
filling the void. Definitely not too many podcasts. We definitely stand out.
No, yeah, there's no podcast. We're the first podcast
Well, hello out there, and welcome to Small Beards and Big Opinions.
where the world is crazy, but luckily, so are we.
My name is Eddie Boyce.
And I'm Shaner.
We're back.
We got
It's been
energy.
5 months or something.
No, it's not. We just stopped recording their last episode.
Oh yeah, we just got off the live stream. Like we decided, you know what? Let's just go for another hour. You know?
Yeah, this is right off the presses. I drank so much coffee. I got energy. Let's go. No, I'm being facetious.
Yeah. So it's been a bit. We have a lot to catch up on, folks. We've been away. I moved. That's why we've been away. But we're here now, and we're ready to get back at it.
I got a haircut. Eddie did not get a haircut.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of weird because like before, I mean, obviously you guys can't see us, but like, shocker, we don't look the same as our icons anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of swapped around, honestly.
It has like Shader has shorter hair now, and I have the longer hair. Um, I'm
And
in this
Eddie
weird
just grew
state.
out his mustache, and it looks he just shaved it down to a Hitler mustache.
Okay.
I'm a little uncomfortable looking at him right now. But hey, that's showbiz.
I can't even protect myself. That's so rude.
What do you do? Put up. Go ahead. Tell him it's not.
My beard's normal. It looks
Uh-huh.
the same. This is how it
That's what
always
that's what
looks.
I'd say. Yeah, that's fine.
Shader, what have you been up to the last 5 months? What are you doing?
I have done both a lot and nothing. I took a vacation with my wife's family to Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. I bought a bootleg Pikachu and I loved it. Got in trouble for trying to bring a knife on a cruise ship. Spoiler alert, you can't do that.
Hmm.
You also can't bring a pocket knife into Disney Springs. Did I tell you about this?
No.
What a disaster. So I went to Disney Springs because before we got on the boat,
So wait, hold on, time out. So was Disney Springs while you were on this cruise trip, or
yeah,
is
let
it
me start
before?
over. Let
Okay,
me start
okay,
over.
okay,
Um, we got on the boat in Orlando,
okay. Florida.
but yes, Orlando, Florida. We flew into Orlando 2 days before we had to get on the boat, or 3 days, I think, just because of the way the flights and the travel plans worked out. So I flew in with my wife and mother-in-law and her brother, like Cass's brother and her grandparents flew in separately somewhere else. I don't remember where they were. So we had 3 days of kind of like nothing to do. But it turns out our hotel was like a 5 minute walk from Disney Springs, which, if you're not familiar with it, because I wasn't, it is a strip mall. It sounds mean to say it's a glorified Disney strip mall.
Sure.
So I got enticed to go there because they had a Star Wars store, which, if you know anything about Disney, it was going to be pretty good.
Yep.
A
I've been there.
Marvel store, and we were going to go to some fun restaurants. Even though I have an aversion to Disneyland, it has nothing to do with like, you know, what they think or what they do. I just don't like the idea. Something about it, just I don't want to go to Disneyland
Sure.
or World. But what am I gonna do? Say no to going to the Star Wars store? So I got, dressed like I normally do, and I put my pocket knife in my pocket, like I always do, because it's just what I carry every day.
Mm-hmm.
And we start going up to the main gate, and there's a security guard, and I'm like, oh, I probably can't have my knife with me, but I can't go back now. It was a long walk back to the hotel. We didn't drive there. And so I went up and I was like, well, I guess the best course of action is just to act ignorant, of it and not look like I was trying to sneak a knife into the park. It's
Okay.
not sneaking, it's a strip mall. Anyways, so I get up there, we go through the metal detector, and the guy just silently like motions me aside. He pulls me aside and he's like, hey, you set off the detector with something, so like, empty your pockets into this bin. And I'm like, oh, am I not allowed to have this? Because I didn't know that. And he's like, oh, well, not if it's above 3 inches. So he measured it. And of course, it was above 3 inches. It's not an insane knife, but what
Sure.
knife is 3 inches?
Any
So
knife below 3 inches is not worth it.
yeah, it's not the same thing. And it wasn't even like, a huge knife. It was just like a little pocket knife. And he was like, so you can either take this back to your car or hotel, or we can dispose of it. And I'm like, you can't like, hold on to it, just put it in a bin somewhere. He's like, nope, can't do it. And I was like, well, I'm not walking back to the hotel for a pocket knife. Like, it's a long walk. It's Florida, it's hot, and we're up on like the 11th floor of that hotel. It would have taken forever just to go back to
Hmm.
Disney Springs. I was like, fine, get rid of it. I still had my favorite knife that I hadn't worn there. So I was like, fine, get rid of it. And that was after they had to do the full metal detector
Right.
thing. I don't understand. I don't care if it's Disney. It's a strip mall. Why can I not have a knife? Am
Okay.
I going to be cutting all my food with a fork? You're going to give me a knife if I go to a restaurant.
It's not the
Whatever.
Disney image, Shanner. It's not the Disney image.
Whatever. So, we did that. And as soon as I had them throw away the knife, I realized I could have just snuck back out to the parking lot, stuck it under a rock, and gotten it later.
That
But
works.
I realized that too late. So I lost my second favorite pocket knife in Disney Springs.
Rip.
Went to see the worst movie I've ever seen.
Ooh. You never
Yeah,
told
did
me
you see
this.
the commercials for Homestead? It's got Neil McDonough, that blonde guy who kind of makes the news
What's the
sometimes.
plot? What's the plot?
It's like nuclear fallout. Guy owns a huge homestead in the mountains.
Nah. Okay. Well, okay. Answer me this question: is it better or worse than Guns of the Apocalypse, the B movie? Shout out to Day Ones who remember that reference.
Yeah, that was okay. So the problem is it better? Yeah, it's a Hollywood movie, but it was one of those. It's made by like one of the. It's not. I can't remember what company makes it. They make all those weird little, you know. Do you Sound of Freedom? You remember Sound of Freedom?
Oh, Angel Studios.
Yeah, It was made by Angel Studios, where it's kind of like Hollywood, but also
Technically, they don't make it; they're just fund and
yeah,
distribute it. But you know,
same thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of like yeah, where it's like yeah, they had a budget, but there was a bunch of factors that made that movie terrible.
Sure.
I enjoyed watching Guns of the Apocalypse because it was supposed to be bad, and that's what made it goofy.
Okay.
This movie could have been so much more, and it sucked. It really did. And
All
the
right.
ending was one of the funny. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in a theater, especially when I'm not supposed to, than I have at the end of this movie. I won't spoil it here in case somebody is like, that's their favorite movie and they want to go see it. I have never laughed that hard in a theater ever. And it wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was.
Okay.
Anyways, saw that, spent the rest of the time in Disney Springs, didn't buy anything from the Star Wars store, went to go on the cruise ship, found out you also can't have a knife on a cruise ship for whatever reason. Again, they gave me knives at dinner, doesn't matter. Tried to sneak it into my suitcase because I had no other choice. I got caught. Um, we got on board and they like you give them your luggage at the loading dock. And then I didn't know this. They bring it up after they like run it through all their detectors. So it was like Cassie and I were in one room, her mom and brother in the next room over, and her aunt in the room past that. So the three of us are in a row. Everyone else's room's on another floor. Like her cousins came, her grandparents, whatever. It's a whole big family trip. So everyone else's luggage is showing up as we go. Cassie showed up, her mom showed up, brother showed up, vice versa. Mine's nowhere to be found. And it's been like 6 hours since we got on the boat. Finally, I'm, sitting on my bed, just trying to relax. And I hear the phone ring, and Cassie goes, and this is all I hear from her. Yes. Uh-huh. This is his wife. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, I'll send him down. Hangs up the phone. She goes, they found your knife. You have to go down to security. So I'd go down
Hmm.
there, explain to them why I had a knife, and they just basically held it until the end of the trip. Not so hard to do, Disney. They just put it in a secure spot, put my name on it, signed that they took it. I signed it, they signed it. So we had some,
Yeah. Paper trail.
paper trail. Not that hard to do, Disney. Greatest company on earth. Yeah, I don't think so. Shout
Cool.
out to Princess Cruises. I couldn't remember which cruise line I went to. They know how to properly store a knife. Anyways, had a great time, ate a lot of great food, drank a lot of White Russians, drank a martini, hated it. Flew back home, had the worst flight I've ever had. Watched a flight attendant get knocked over into a seat. And now I'm here and just been playing VR and hanging out.
Wow. Riveting
That's
stuff, Shaner.
that's a condensed summary of what my life has been.
Was the cruise worth it? I've never been on a cruise, and I don't really understand the idea of it. I mean, like,
What do you
I
mean?
understand the concept, but like, I don't.
Boat.
Yeah, it's just boat.
Yeah, no, dude, it's like no, it was a ton of fun, especially because whenever you buy your vacation, you get all the food paid for.
Sure.
So that's included in the price. You can just try a bunch of food.
Okay.
Um, but no, it's like a floating hotel. It's like a hotel that moves and makes stops at cool exotic places. Yeah, I had a great time on there. But they had like hot tubs on the ship and we would hang out in those and you could explore around. They had like art auctions, which were stupid but fun to look at. They had like live shows you could go to,
Okay.
games and such. They projected movies on their big projector screen. It was a good time.
Okay. Maybe I'll go to one. Who knows?
Yeah, they're good. They're a good time. I liked it. I would definitely do it again.
Oh man. So my 5 months have been a lot going on. So okay, leading off from the live stream, which I'm sure you've seen it at this point, but we did a 24-hour live stream in September. That was kind of like our sign off until we got back
Uh,
together. Go watch it. By the way, we have a highlight video coming out soon. Look out for that.
Feel free to skip the 8 hours of me not talking while playing Tetris. Once you see me stop talking at like the Minecraft stage, just skip ahead till Eddie gets back on. You are literally not missing anything but me playing Tetris and occasionally going, ugh.
There's two moments you gotta look back. I won't spoil them all, but there's one I want to point out. So we were playing Minecraft, and I don't remember what your goal was exactly, but you had a horse, and
Yeah,
you named the horse Eddie because I guess you missed me,
it
and
was in your honor.
it was in my honor. 5 minutes later, he falls into a cavern and then pushes the horse into the cavern because he didn't want to bother getting him out. So I guess that's how you feel about me, Shaner.
Dude,
Thanks, man.
if we were together and you were a horse and I rode you into the Grand Canyon and there was like so steep sides that you couldn't get up as a horse, yeah, I wouldn't take you out.
Okay,
I'd shoot you.
that's great. Thanks.
If you were a horse.
If I was a horse, which I'm not. So, anyways, since then, I moved to Georgia. Me and Shaner saw each other. Are we gonna say that now?
Yes. Yeah, I forgot we hadn't said. Did we not say that?
No, we hadn't said it. I wasn't sure if we were
Oh.
trying not to say it or not.
Oh no. Yeah, no, we met up.
We met up before I moved. We met in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
A wonderful place.
Ah!
Yeah, that was clearly sarcasm.
Okay,
I
good.
feel the same way about Altoona that I felt about the restaurant we ate at, which was it's fine.
That's fine.
It's there.
It's there. Yeah, Altoona was about what I expected, pretty
Yeah.
much.
I've been to Altoona 3 times now, and that was one of them. And yeah, really, they have a really cool Comic-Con though. I did go to a Comic-Con there. It was pretty fun.
Oh, speaking of, and maybe we'll cut this out, but I gave Shaner a bunch of my Transformers as a kid because he
Yes.
collects them. What did you ever do with those?
Some of them are on my shelf, I believe. Some of them I am still working on putting together all the pieces because I have no idea how they go.
Yeah.
And some of them are uh no, that's the two fates. They're either on display or still waiting to be put together.
Okay. All right. Let me know if you
And
have
I play with
questions.
some of them, especially the simple ones that just kind of like click from robot to car mode,
Yeah.
like the preschool ones. Those are just fun to screw around with. So I keep those next to my desk. And if I'm just like watching a YouTube video, some nights I'll just like, you know,
You use it as a fidget toy?
it is a fidget toy. It's two simple steps and it's satisfying. Yeah, it's a fidget toy.
Oh, okay. Sure, man. Whatever you say. Cool. I'm glad
Better
to
than a
know.
fidget spinner.
Sure, okay. So, anyways, yeah, Jord moving has been like my past 5 months. But we here, and we're back to doing episodes again. I think that's all we gotta say. I don't know.
Yep, nope, I got nothing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're not playing anything new. We're still continuing with this series, History and Hypotheticals. I think that's the only thing we do now, other than videos. I don't remember. Literally, me and Shayner decided.
yes.
So we're recording on a Tuesday. We got on Sunday. And we're like, "Hey, you wanna record again?" And I'm like, "Sure, let's do it." And here we are.
Well, we did have another video kind of thing we were putting out, but that was Soul Link, and we
oh
both
right, yeah, we
how
bombed
that
that.
went.
We meaning you bombed
Yeah,
that.
no, we did it. We bombed it.
No, you bombed
We
that.
share that responsibility
You bombed that, my friend.
equally.
Nope, you bombed
Equally. Nope, equally.
So anyways, I don't know. We'll figure out what's coming next, but we just at least wanted to get back on the air and let you guys know that we are live and kicking. So, with that out of the way, let's jump into our first segment of History and Hypotheticals.
Redacted.
Okay, Shayner. Since it's been 5 months, I got fresh conspiracy theories that are 100% true. If you don't remember, folks, this segment is me and Shayner each presenting a conspiracy theory that we 100% believe and we believe are 100% true.
Yes.
And it's been 5 months, and so I got some fresh ideas. I don't know about you.
I had an idea that started as a small idea, and I made it into a big idea.
Big idea. Okay,
I'm
so
pretty
do you want to
excited.
start with your big idea?
Sure, why not? Eddie, it's January, which means we just got off of December. And at the end of December, we celebrate Christmas,
Correct.
And what is one of the big things we do at Christmas to decorate your home besides lights?
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree. Now, I know people have fake trees now. I finally gave in, got a fake tree because when I went out and bought my first real tree like 2 years ago
Mm-hmm.
after, having moved out of my parents' house. And because I think the first year we were in a tiny apartment, I got a little tiny tree. Like I had my dad cut the top off one he found. But the next year I'm like, okay, regular home now. We could put up a full size tree. I went to a tree yard and they told me the Christmas tree was $100 and I wanted to die. And that was a cheaper one.
Wow, that's
So-
crazy.
I finally gave up and was like, nope, fake tree. Easy peasy. Anyways, so yeah, you cut down the tree. And that got me thinking, if you look at all the holidays, you're always, doing something to an inanimate object. But why? Why can't we just be together? People will have you believe,
Okay.
oh, there's some tradition to Christmas trees or jack-o'-lanterns or egg decorating. I think all these things secretly alive, Toy Story style. And when we celebrate the holidays, each item gets put in its place for the rest of the year. Christmas tree invasion, not happening. Yeah, a Christmas tree that tries to invade. What do we do every December? We chop it down and we cover it in stuff. It's a symbol, it's like a don't come here. And the Christmas trees go, oh, they're still killing us. We gotta back off. Jack-o'-lanterns. Can you imagine you wanted to invade somewhere and you found out that the people of that place harvested you and carved a face into you and stuck you on their front porches? You wouldn't want to invade there.
So, are you done?
Eggs,
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes.
Easter, boom. Maybe even your heart. Your heart wants to kill you, but every Valentine's Day that's coming up, it sees you just, cut hearts out of things, make hearts all goofy. They're intimidated. Any holiday, you could find a way that it's like Flag Day. Flags. They might be alive, trying to kill you. Not when they see you hanging flags everywhere.
So let me get this straight. Let me
No.
let me make
go
sure I
ahead.
understand what you're putting
Go ahead.
down here.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you're saying is
Mm-hmm.
the Christmas traditions with certain inanimate objects, Christmas tree,
Any holiday.
jack-o'-lanterns,
Any holiday, not just Christmas.
are not the tradition we think they are, but are instead a way for us to put down any rebellious feelings and inclinations that said inanimate objects might enact against us.
I think it can be both. So here's what I think beyond that.
Okay.
So they are a tradition, but I think they were instituted by the first people to do these things. So when you carve a jack-o'-lantern for Halloween, you're not trying to intimidate a pumpkin invasion. You don't know this pumpkin invasion is happening.
Okay.
But the very first people to make jack-o'-lanterns, they knew what was up, and they knew that if you said, "Hey, you got to kill these pumpkins, you got to take them off the stem and carve faces into them to scare the pumpkin invasion," either they wouldn't be believed, or alternatively, people would get so terrified of the pumpkin invasion they would just run.
Mm.
So he made it this fun little game, this holiday tradition, and now the pumpkins are too afraid to take over. Same thing with any of these items. I'm just using jack-o'-lanterns was the main one I thought of.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
It's very enlightening.
Have you ever seen
Theory.
pumpkins take over the world?
No.
No, exactly.
That's a good point, Shaner. Man.
Yeah.
What we've been doing has been working. We didn't even know it.
Yeah, what do you think deforestation is? You can't invade your bed.
You're here, folks. Deforestation is preventing trees from taking over the world.
The Small Beard's Big Opinions official position on deforestation. Keep on doing it. Save the world, kill a tree. That's all I had to say on that subject. You're welcome.
Wow, Shaner. That might be the best conspiracy theory that you have unraveled for us.
Now, what about you?
My conspiracy theory is not as rebellious as yours, but it might be just as impactful, okay? That being said, I prepared a quick disclaimer before saying this. And Shana, you may add on to this if you'd like. Small Beards and Big Opinions and its co-hosts do not align with any political party or group. This show does not reflect the personal opinions of the co-hosts. We'd like to add anything else, Shaner.
What I want to add, we can't, so go ahead.
Great. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so cryptocurrency.
Oh boy.
It's been a big thing. I would say 2024 was like the year of cryptocurrency, specifically meme coins.
Mm-hmm.
Have you followed a lot of meme coins, Shaner?
I have only because my friends do. They tell me all the time what's up and down and left and right.
Oh, they're into it. Like they're in it.
Oh, they're in it.
Oh, those
Yeah,
poor
yeah,
souls. Okay. Well, I'm
Not
talking
all the
meme.
meme
I'm
ones,
talking
they
meme
just
coins, not like Bitcoin.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of weird ones. Not the meme coins necessarily, but I just hear about them whenever they talk about
Oh, okay.
all
Cool.
that stuff.
Yes.
Like when I was telling you about that one earlier.
I'm talking specifically about meme coins. So like your Doge coins. That's the only one I know by name.
I think poop coin's a thing.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Google poop coin.
If you don't know what meme coins are, I don't know. Google it. It's like a cryptocurrency, but to get you in, they put a funny name on it.
Poop coin is indeed real.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I'm gonna invest in poop coin.
Great. Good. Well, okay, maybe don't do that.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Okay, you know what? You're right, Shane. Sorry, I forgot we're living in America.
Go ahead, yeah, keep talking. Cryptocurrency, poop coin.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and spend your life savings on that. Okay, yeah, if you don't know what meme coin is, just Google it. It's just a cryptocurrency that people put a funny name on it to give it some culture significance. That may or may not be a good definition. I don't know. That's not the point. So, let's jump back a little to Inauguration Day of President Donald Trump.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Now, this is fact. This is not hearsay. This is fact. And I mean that with all sincerity. It is a fact. So, the day of or the day after his inauguration, Donald Trump, his wife, Melania, that's how you say it, right?
Oh, wait, I think I heard about this.
Melania Trump, and then also the pastor that gave the inauguration prayer, I think, Lorenzo Sewell, or Sewell. All right,
Mm.
Lorenzo. All three of them launched a meme coin. Well, I don't think Lorenzo did. I think someone else launched it for him, and then he promoted it. But either way, all three of them, the day of or the day after, promoted slash launched a meme coin. Okay? Now, I'm not here to comment on whether such action is dubious or a good idea or whatever. Okay? I'm not here to talk about that. What I am here to answer though is why. Why would they do this?
And what's the reason that what conspiracy have you brought before the council?
Here's what I propose, Shaner. The U.S. will have digital only currency by 2029.
You know, I thought the point of the bit was not bring scary real conspiracies. This reminds me of see if this boggles your mind, and then I will talk about this conspiracy
Okay.
because this is related to that. I went to work the other day, and I'm going through the lobby because I'd eaten my lunch.
Sure.
I ate lunch in the lobby, and on my way back up, there's an ATM in the lobby, just like an unassociated ATM. You can buy Bitcoin from the random ATM. Is that apparently everyone knows about that but me? I
So
texted my friends about that.
there's
That's the
dedicated Bitcoin
sketchiest.
ATMs in certain places.
No, this one just has a sticker on it that says, "Please buy Bitcoin here."
Oh, well,
And
yeah, that's also a thing. Yeah.
it sketches me out. I don't even do, cryptocurrency and stuff. The idea of going to a random unassociated ATM to buy this kind of thing, I don't know, seems weird, but apparently everyone knows this but me.
Yeah, they're
So,
trying to normalize it. I have mixed feelings about it. Again, not here to comment on the legality slash morality of using cryptocurrency. I'm
um,
just here to tell you, hey, Trump has a plan. You guys better be paying attention.
okay, so here's my question about your conspiracy.
Yes.
So let's say this comes to pass and we're all just using cryptocurrency to pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, do the prices adjust? So like technically, here's what I mean. So like I'm looking right now at Poop Coin because it's
Yes.
just pulled up.
Sure.
One Poop Coin is equal to 0.00029 dollars. Okay, you
So
following with me?
not even a cent.
Not even close to being a cent. So if I wanted to pay for something using Poop Coin, so let's say I wanted to buy a $5 McChicken, because now apparently McChickens are $5 because what even is money anymore? Would I pay like how many poop coins would that be? Like 30 poop coin?
You're asking the wrong person. I have no idea.
This is your conspiracy.
I don't know anything about crypto. I'm just here to share what Donald Trump's plans are for
You didn't
U.S.
come into this with
currency.
any plan. But no, that's what I'm wondering. So let's say this comes to pass.
Okay.
Is it going to be like, I guess I just answered my own question. So that begs me to wonder, if I wanted to buy it, let's look up current McChicken prices.
Mm-hmm. And while Chandler's looking that up, I would like to add the year 2029 is when Trump's 4-year term ends. So that's why I think that year. I think before he is either, he goes into a second term or he gets voted out of office, we will be digital currency only. And Bitcoin and Ethereum and Doge and Poopcoin will rule all.
Okay.
And Donald Coin? I don't know what his coin's called. I know Melania Coin is the one.
I don't know.
I think the other one's like Lorenzo Coin. I don't know.
Okay, let's see. McDonald's menu with prices 2025.
Mm-hmm.
That's a McCrispy. I just want the McChicken. It's one of your big, like, most popular things. Also, because I just saw it in the menu, Chicken Big Mac, not good.
Not good.
Not good. It kind of was just, it was not even mediocre. It didn't taste like anything.
Hmm.
Okay, a McChicken. Okay, it was less than I thought. Currently, according to this McDonald's menu, a McChicken costs $3.10.
Sure.
So now we're gonna see if I can find a poop coin to dollar conversion. So what you're saying is by 2029, if I wanted to buy a McChicken, I would have to have, let's round up, 9 poop coin.
Sure. Yeah. But you wouldn't have to carry it. That's the thing. It's all digital. So you can like use your phone to pay for it.
Dude,
Probably.
poop coin is down.
Down. That's a real bummer.
I think I should invest.
Maybe you should. Get ahead
I
of the
predict
curve.
I predict poop coin's going to soar.
Really.
Yep.
It's gonna keep piling up.
Yeah, it's going to get better and better. Nothing could ever go wrong with poop coin.
Why'd you choose this one? Of all the ones you could have
Dude,
chose.
because it was the funniest. It's the funniest thing I've heard so far. All that to say, if we're going to be going to digital currency, I believe PooCoin is the future.
Wow, Shaner, that's such an enlightenment. I might have to invest my bank account into that, my
Dude,
savings of
you know what we should do?
$3. Yeah,
Small beard, big crypto coin.
dude, we'll have our own coin.
And we can make an NFT based off of it too.
Comment
Those aren't those
what
aren't
our coin
problematic.
should be called and what our NFT should be called.
Yeah, it's going to be a picture of Eddie uh doing the nay or the whip.
The whip, not the
I don't know,
nene,
that
just the
sounds
whip.
lame. How about um Eddie eating a McChicken?
Nah, that's too boring. A McRib. That's more
A
cultured.
McRib.
A McRib.
Yeah, Eddie eating the McRib,
Great
and his face is
NFT.
just covered in sauce, just slathered in it.
Okay, fine. If I'm slathered in barbecue sauce and eating a McRib, that means for your
Mhm.
NFT,
Yeah.
you're going to have Arthur, your cat, biting your face off.
Dude, I gave you a McRib. Why do you do this to me? What did I ever do? I let you eat a McRib for our NFT.
I've had
The
McRibs. They do
punishment.
not taste good. They look awful.
How dare you get off? I'm
They
kicking you out
look
of the Zoom call.
awful. No, don't
Dude,
kick me.
dude,
No.
I will order a McRib when it's in season, and then I'll remember how much I love them, and then I will order at least 2 more as the season goes on. It's kind of like, like when
I want to hear this explanation,
like a
please.
wine ant, what a wine ant is. An ant that's like, oh, I shouldn't have another glass
Oh
of wine,
yes,
but I
yes,
will.
yes.
That's how I am with McRib. I'm like, I shouldn't eat the McRib. And then I taste that barbecue sauce and I'm like, yeah, it's McRib time. The problem is I think they've improved, honestly. But did you see this year McDonald's was selling, I see how much they were selling it for. You could get a gallon chug of McRib sauce.
No.
Wait,
Ew.
how much were they selling it?
No.
Let's see. Yeah, it's a big jug called a whole lot of McRib sauce.
What are we
Dude, the
doing?
McRibs existed since 1981. The McRib debuted in 1981. That does not feel right, but it's true. Anyways, $20. And it had its own website, whole lot of McRibsauce.com, which is now sadly closed.
Did you order a whole lot of McRib sauce?
No. No, because the McRib sauce isn't good without the McRib. I don't love the McRib for its sauce only.
Oh, you like it for
It's
its processed meat. Got it.
yeah, the same way that I don't just love my family for one member, I don't just love the McRib for one element. Everyone and everything working in harmony. The onions, the pickles, the bun, the McRib.
Okay, sure. Whatever, man.
Look, I don't care. Like an alcoholic drawn to another drink that puts him back in AA, I am drawn to the McRib.
Okay, maybe your NFT should have you in
You
a
know what?
McRib.
You know what? Next, when does the McRib come out again? We cut this bit out. Maybe, I don't know. If I come to visit you and the McRib is out, I'm gonna make you eat a McRib.
No, I've had one. I've had it before.
I think you haven't had it uh soon enough. I think you
Okay.
haven't tried them for a while.
Well, part of the
Your taste
issue,
buds have developed since you were a little baby.
fair. I don't like pickles. I don't like onion. So that's kind of the issue as well.
Okay. Pickles I can forgive. I only like bread and butter pickles.
Okay.
Like, let me take that back. If I'm eating pickles on a sandwich, whatever, pickles are fine. Whatever pickles fine. I'll eat them down. If I'm just eating pickles, it's got to be bread and butter. Have you ever had a bread and butter pickle, Eddie?
No.
That's your problem. Okay. Anyways, onions though? What do you mean you don't like onions?
I don't like onions. I
Grilled
think.
onions?
Say what?
Like, are you talking about just raw onions exclusively? Like, you like,
Um,
were you like fried onion, like grilled onions on like a steak?
how do I say this? I
Delicately, please.
like onions as a seasoning, not a side item, if that makes sense.
Yeah, in what way
I will
is the
chop them
onion
up
a
very
side
okay.
item?
Whenever I eat onions, I will chop them up real. It's usually in like a soup or stir fry where they kind of are hidden by everything else, but they add a little bit of a little bit of a flavor to kind
I
of
think what
enhance
the word you were
everything.
looking for is you don't like them as a topping. You said side item, which I don't think onions have ever been a side item.
Well, okay, fine, topping, sure.
That's what's wrong with you.
I don't like. I just don't like big chunks of onion. Don't like
Dude,
it. I
I
like it
love
like where it's like
onion.
influencing the flavors of the things that
Nope. I
surround.
want
But
onion on my pizza. I want onion on my
no.
sandwiches.
Okay.
I want onion in my tacos. If
Okay.
there's a savory item, you slap it on. You know what would make Altoona pizza better? Onions. Onions on everything, people.
You gotta stop referencing things that we didn't say on air.
That's the problem is these bits are really funny, but we talked for like an hour beforehand and came up with some funny stuff. Okay, all I'm saying is McRib. I love a McRib.
Okay,
I don't care if it's
I
bad
get
for
that.
me. I don't care if it's processed. Like I said, the same way that an alcoholic is drawn to that whiskey, I am drawn to the McRib.
Okay, so your NFT. I'm trying to bring this back here. Your NFT can be you eating and just loving over a McRib, and mine can be me in a coffin.
Please don't say
Uh,
loving over a McRib.
Fair. Mine will be me in a
Slathered in
coffin
salt.
with
Yeah.
pickles nearby. Or like I don't know, my gravestone would be like death by pickles or something like
And a
that.
pickle sticking right out of your heart like Dracula.
Oh yeah, like it stabbed me in the heart. Yeah, that's good.
Well, that sounds like I get a happy one and you get a sad
Yeah,
one.
that's okay. I'm alright with that one.
We'll make you like those pictures of like the Pope when he's got light in one hand and a dove in the other. Yours will be like a computer in one hand and editing software in the other, or a
Okay. All
newspaper.
right. Yeah, I'm down for that one.
Yeah,
That's
you'll
cool.
be Saint Eddie, the editor.
Okay, yeah. So comment meme coin. What should our meme coin be named, and what should
Yep.
NFTs look like?
You can't comment poop coin. That's already taken.
It's already taken. Can't do that one. Okay, I think we've driven this segment to the ground. So let's move on to the next one. It feels good. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be back.
This is good. We're doing good.
All right. Next segment. Why did it happen?
Why'd it happen?
As a
Eddie, I got
refresher.
a good one.
Well, I gotta give the refresher. Hold on.
Oh, refreshing.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a while. We gotta remind people what we're doing. So this is our little game show. I say that in air quotes, where each of us have an event that we're gonna give to one another, along with two other clues. So we give the name of the event, the years it happened, and a person involved. Okay. And then the other person has to guess why that event mattered. What was so important about it? Okay, that's the point.
Yep.
So, sorry, Shane, are you saying that you have one ready to go?
Yeah, pretty good one.
Okay, hit me.
Now,
You
I'm
go
going to
first.
be generous here, Eddie. I'm even going to give you the month and the days this happened.
Well, okay, that's fair. Okay, I appreciate
Trust me,
that.
it won't matter because the story that goes with this is going to be so funny you won't care.
Okay, I'm ready.
The year, 1945. The month, August. The days, August 8th and 9th consecutively. The
Okay,
same 2 days.
okay.
The man, now, forgive me, I'm going to try to read. The last name's easy, the first name. It, Tsutomu Yamaguchi.
Oh, it's D-Day, obviously.
I already used that one. Tsutomu Yamaguchi. And the name of the event, Operation Centerboard. Operation Centerboard's 1 and 2.
Okay, well
It
this
says one
is
and two, but it's technically one thing.
this is World War II.
Maybe.
This is, I'm going to assume, a Japanese person. And this happened in August 8th through 9th, 1945.
Uh-huh. Two
And
consecutive days.
it's called Operation what?
Centerboard 1 and 2. One took place on the 8th, and the second one took place on the 9th. But it's all kind of one thing.
Now, if I was a dumb person, I would say Pearl Harbor, but I know that's not it.
Nope.
Say the person's name again.
And I already gave you Pearl Harbor.
True. True.
Okay, it's like TS, so I'm gonna assume it's just
Sure.
Tsutomu Yamaguchi. I hope I'm saying that right. I
Okay.
don't speak
Yeah, that
Japanese.
sounds close. We're professional, Shaner. We would never say anything wrong ever.
Yeah, no, never.
Ha, okay.
I'm assuming you're not gonna get this, so can I give you a hint? Not really a hint, but
If you'd
like,
like, I'm kind of stumped, not gonna lie.
okay, you are correct. This had to do with World War II. Now,
Cool.
something based around Japan that took place over 2 days with two different things happening, but they're kind of the same. And Japan is very important here.
I'm going to say that this was a plan to attack San Francisco, to penetrate the mainland of the U.S. Final answer.
Okay, your answer is wrong. So we're gonna say you lost this one.
Okay,
But I
that's
do
fair.
want to give you the opportunity to just guess the right one, even though you won't get the points.
Sure, that's fine with me.
Your second kind of hint is this is an American operation. So let me repeat everything you know so far.
Okay.
Japanese man involved. 2 consecutive days. American operation.
Okay.
1945.
Okay. And
Two
then what was
separate
the clue that
things.
you gave me again?
That this
Or the
was
hint?
what's the first hint? Oh, I just explained it more. Two different events, same thing. Very Japanese based, but these are American operations.
Okay, so clearly this guy, well, okay, I shouldn't say clearly, but I'm going to say this guy's a spy for the Americans.
Oh,
No?
no. Let me know when you want me to tell you because the story that goes with this shouldn't be funny, but it is. This one made me happy that I found this.
Okay, just tell me. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Please tell me.
Okay, Eddie, this makes me
Actually, no, hold on. No,
you
actually,
should be able to guess that this is not a I use the military operation name for it because if I told you what it was directly, that would
give it away.
and it's not spicing things up as you like to say because it's literally the name of the
Sure.
event,
No, that's fair.
but this is a very prominent thing the US did
Oh my
that
god.
involved Japan over 2 consecutive days, two consecutive events.
No, this is not the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You
It
did
is, but
not
you
pick
already
that.
but for a specific reason,
Oh my gosh.
you did not win, but you did guess it eventually once I spelled it out for
It was
you.
that simple?
It was. Eddie, it's not my fault you didn't guess simple. Before I've done Pearl Harbor and D-Day. So
You're
now let me
giving very much
explain.
with World War II.
Let me explain
Okay.
why I chose this story. It's all about Mr. Satomu Yamaguchi here.
Okay.
Where do you think Satomu Yamaguchi was on August 8th, 1945?
Was this guy in Hiroshima and Nagasaki both
This guy
days?
was in on a work trip in Hiroshima. The last day of his trip, he they dropped a bomb on Hiroshima. He survives with some burns, but he survives.
Uh huh.
He spent the night in a bomb shelter, went back home to his home in Nagasaki.
Oh my gosh.
As he's telling his boss about the first bombing, the second one goes off.
Oh my gosh. This guy.
He survived both and lived to be 93.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Like, it's again, that's why I said it's not funny. It was a serious event.
It's ironic.
The
Not ironic. It's
two
funny. Yeah.
cities got bombed with atomic, nuclear, whatever bombs. But the fact that this guy, he's in Hiroshima, he, is there one day, like this is his last day.
Yeah.
The bomb goes off. He survives. He goes home. He finds out probably what actually happened because at first you have no idea what
Right.
happened.
Right.
He finds out what happens, goes home, starts telling his boss about it. The second bomb drops as he's describing it.
That's that is some bad luck. Oh my
And
gosh.
then again, he still lived. And I would like to point out, when he was in Hiroshima, he was less than 2 miles away from ground zero, where the bomb actually,
That guy is incredibly unlucky
right.
and lucky all at the same time.
This
Okay.
man has the face of somebody who has survived two atomic bombs
Well,
and is not afraid of anything.
we'll pull up a photo of him. Bam. There he goes on screen right now.
My greatest regret in life is that I did not meet this man and share a McRib with him.
Okay. I'm gonna pretend like you didn't say that.
Now your turn, Eddie.
My turn, Shaner, and I'm just gonna say it to you right now. This event has nothing to do with World War II. Just gonna spoil that
That's
for
your
you right
first
now.
problem.
Because I like to mix up where I pull my events from.
I'm
Personally.
sorry. Did you win the Great Onion debacle one?
No. That
No.
was a good one. That was a very good one. So your event is called the Utah War.
Right, the Utah
The
War.
Utah War. The years is 1857 and 1858. All right. A person involved, a key player, is Brigham Young.
Yeah. Was Brigham with a B?
I will spell it for you. Yeah, Brigham. So Brigham.
1857 to 1858.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there was a war in Utah. I'm going to sound really dumb for not knowing my history here. Was this before or after people were settling the West?
I can't comment on that. Well, you know what? You give me a hint, I'll give you a hint. This is during.
During. So, two things could have happened. It could be a war in Utah, or it could be a war in Utah about Utah.
Okay.
Hmm. I'm going to guess that this was a land dispute over who technically owned Utah. Um, and that the guy you mentioned was like the first, leader or mayor or governor or whatever of Utah. Yeah, the governor. Whenever they settled it in 1858 because they
Mm-hmm.
won. That's my guess. Was I even close?
Okay. I'm not sure whether to give this to you. You are technically right.
Yes.
In the technical sense, you are correct, but you left out a lot of details. There's
Was it a dispute about who owns Utah?
no, it was not.
And how was I technically correct?
Because it was a dispute about. Well, I mean, okay, it kind of was. It kind of was, but it wasn't. Okay, let me just explain this to you. So, Utah War is a war that technically did not exist in 1857 and 1859. Okay? So, this is between the Mormons and the U.S. federal government. This conflict started when the Mormons were brought into existence by the great former founder. Where's his name? Joseph Smith, I believe his name is called.
Yeah, Joseph
Yeah,
Smith.
Joseph Smith. Okay, so this
Joey
technically
Smith.
started way back when this religious sect started. Okay, because people do not like Mormons. Okay,
Has not changed.
it is not.
That you can
Shaner.
keep that in. No, that's true. People
No.
don't like Mormons.
Okay, fine, sure. There's a lot of history. I don't want to get into it. I kind of have some on screen right now, but people do not like Mormons for one reason or another. Okay, and so because people did not like these Mormons and took actions against them, the Mormons were forced to move a lot.
I feel like this is starting to sound familiar. Did this have another name? I don't want to interrupt. Did this event have another name, or is Utah War the only thing?
there's another event that is part of this that you might have heard of.
Is Waco a
We'll
part
get
of
there.
this?
No, Waco's not part of this.
What am I thinking?
Waco's not part of this.
I'm thinking of a whole other shootout. Anyway,
Probably. So they move. Eventually, they go to like, I don't know, Illinois, Missouri, and then eventually they're like, okay, people don't like us here. We're gonna move to Utah for religious freedom. Okay, and we're gonna claim Utah for ourselves. Okay. So at the time, Utah was owned by the Mexican government. Okay, when they made this decision. Okay. So they decided to basically move to Mexico, essentially, where Utah is today. Okay, so little clarification. They settled, and then the not Louisiana Purchase. That's the wrong event. My bad. Mexican-American War ended. So they moved, to give you a year, they moved to Utah in 1847, and then in 1848, Mexico gave up Utah and Nevada, New Mexico, that whole southwest area to the U.S., okay? So, of course, Brigham Young, who at this time is now the leader, head honcho of the Mormons, because Joseph, you shared a photo with me.
that's a picture of Joseph Smith.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. I think that picture is funny.
I'm going to save that.
I didn't want to interrupt you there, but that picture, he looks like that Chad meme.
He kind of does, yeah, he kind of does.
Anyways, go on.
Anyways, yes, Brigham Young, he's the head honcho because Joseph Smith died in Illinois before he went to Utah.
Loser.
And Brigham Young kind of becomes like the governor of Utah, essentially, of the territory, okay? And so between then and 1857, there's this huge, not huge, but drawn out conflict between the U.S. government and the Mormons because, well, the government doesn't really want a whole state dedicated to Mormons, but like the state's developing and it's getting people, so it might become statehood. But again, they really don't like the Mormons.
Was this like a armed conflict? Because I feel
Well,
like
I'm getting there.
Oh, sorry.
I'm getting there. It's a long story. I gotta flesh it out. So
Go on.
in 1857, a group of non-Mormons is migrating from, I think, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Sorry, my bad. Arkansas to Utah. Again, these are non-Mormons, okay?
Non-Mormon.
Non-Mormons. And on their way there, there's basically they get ambushed. It's a whole event. You can look it up. But basically, all these non-Mormons die, okay? The event is called, and let me pull it up real fast. It was something Mountain Meadows Massacre. That's what it was called. The Mormons claim they had nothing to do with these non-Mormons perishing before they arrived in Utah. The general public didn't see it that way. They did not see it that way.
So they blame the Mormons for this massacre?
Well, apparently there was some things like there was regular people and also Indians involved. It's a whole thing. I don't want to get into it. You can look into it yourself. But this was kind of like the last straw for the federal government. And so the president at the time, James Buchanan, decided, all right, we're kicking these guys out. Because they had tried like political ways of getting rid of Brigham Young and his kind of Mormon government. But all those attempts had failed. And so he decided to send 1,000 soldiers, a lot of soldiers, I won't say 1,000, a lot of soldiers to the Utah to basically take over the government and put in someone who is not Mormon. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
However, before any fighting could happen, and as they are on their way to Utah, negotiators basically negotiated with Young to step down and put in someone that Buchanan wanted as governor, thus preventing what would have been the Utah War.
So the Utah War never happened.
Technically, but there was a massacre which kind of kickstarted what could have been the Utah War. It was
The
phrase was coined by newspapers at the time.
But it never happened.
I
So
mean,
it's not a historical
in the
event.
traditional sense, no. But in a politically scheming / there were soldiers on the way kind of perspective.
Yes.
Yes.
I guess. There's always a thing. I don't know The fact that there are two of them is weird. That like the federal government engages a religious cult. Call the Mormons what you want. I'm just making an assumption as a joke.
Well, that's kind of they viewed them. They viewed them kind of as a cult back then.
Yeah, so that's happened twice now at least, probably more. Except the second time, it actually happened.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about
So that's my event, the Utah War. I didn't know about this.
it. That's my take on not technically the Utah War.
Sure, man. I thought it was a fun event. My bad for choosing something that's kind of creative. My bad. I
It's
could
a
have
good
chose.
it's a good event, but you should have gone with the massacre because
Well,
that actually happened.
yeah, but like the war was like political
There was no
espionage
war.
slash, not in the traditional sense. No.
It's like if the planes turned around about halfway to Pearl Harbor and like just didn't go because the Japanese backed out and we were like, "Did you hear about happened Pearl Harbor?" Well, it almost happened. You should have gone with them. It's a good event if it had happened.
But Mountain Meadows Massacre just doesn't have as big of a pull as Utah War, you know?
Mountain Meadows Massacre sounds cool. It's not cool. Massacres aren't cool. Don't get me wrong. But the name Mountain Meadows Massacre versus the Utah War, like, I think both would have worked.
Suit
But
yourself.
technically, the Utah War never happened.
Technically, it kind of did, but not in the traditional sense of war happens.
The soldiers started marching. They said, never mind. They turned around. That's not a war.
Sure, fair enough.
Not one single shot was fired.
Anyways,
Anyways,
let's move on to
my favorite bit.
potentially our favorite bit. It is your favorite
This is
bit,
the best
okay.
bit.
Will you press the button? Where we go to the website, Will You Press the Button? And we answer a couple questions that posed by this website. Will you press
And
the
if we
button
find
or
a
will you
stupid
not?
one, we skip it.
We do skip it because there are a lot of stupid ones on here, but there's some gems in the rough, I'd say.
There are some gems, but when we get one that's like, hey, you get a McDouble, but your entire family dies and you are a social outcast, would you press the button for a McDouble?
Yeah,
No.
we skip those. We skip those.
Yeah, we skip those.
I'm glad you said no to that.
I don't know though. It depends on how hungry I am.
Okay. Shayner, will you press the button? You can restart your life from zero, but you can't remember your past life.
No. That's a big old no.
I'm going to say no, but I think some people would say yes.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be maybe, let's guess. Let's see. I'm gonna say 30-70.
Like, because
Well,
here's the
no.
also thing, like, okay, you're starting it from, like, this point. It doesn't say go back in time. Oh, it does say restart your life from
This is
zero.
your life from zero.
So does that say, like, you restart your life from now? Or, like, do you go back to 1998 when you're born and start it from
I'd say
there?
back to when you're born. It says your life from zero.
You think?
That's what it says. Do you
Okay.
think, okay, before we answer this, I want to have pose an interesting question.
Hit me.
So let's say we are right on this and you restart your life from where you were born. Do you think, without that prior knowledge, your life turns out the exact same?
You know what? I had the same exact thought. I would
Yeah.
think it would turn out the same,
Because, like,
but maybe it wouldn't.
I can't see any reason why it would. Because, again, you can't influence it. You have no idea.
Okay, but look at it this way. Let's just say that I'm someone who can't use their legs. And, that's a tough thing to handle. I'm sure they handle it great. But, I'm sure that person would want to walk. Why not roll the die again and see if you have your legs? Now, again, this is a very general prompt, so I'm kind of, assuming a lot of details about this prompt, but
Yeah, but would you want to take the chance that, again, if we're assuming things can change, would you want to take the chance that things end up worse?
that's also fair. That is also fair. That's what I'm saying. I personally wouldn't hit it because I'm
Yeah,
cool with how
no.
my life has turned out. However, I could see other people hitting the button.
What do you think the ratio is going to be?
That's a good question. So we're not
I'm
hitting the
going to
button, right?
say
We're not hitting the button.
no. So
Okay.
I'm going to say the ratio is 60 yes, 40 no,
I think that
or
people
roughly
are
thereabouts.
more Because here's the other thing: you also get to relive those memories as a child, so you could like relive your childhood. But again, you don't remember your other life, so it doesn't really matter that way. But you could.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a 50-50 split.
Yeah, I think 60-40, yes. 60
Actually,
yes.
no. I think it's gonna be 60 yes and 40 no.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Wow,
Ooh, we were way
that
off.
is not what I was expecting.
Nope.
Okay, I guess people are a lot more happier with their lives than I thought they were. Good for them. I'm happy for them. That's a good one. I would say that's a gem in the rough.
That was pretty decent.
You can go to every concert, but you can't see.
Is it only I can't see when I go to the concert?
That's the exact question I was thinking of.
Because if that's the case, yeah, I'd take it. But if it's you just can't see ever, forevermore, no. I like seeing things. I'm a sight person.
I'm going to assume that you can go to every concert. It means that, there's no financial burden. You go for free. Your schedule's open every single time.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't see.
Assuming it's you only can't see at the concert, yeah, I'd go. I'd do that. Because I'm not there for seeing things.
But seeing is part of the visual. Like you could just listen to the music at home. I mean, it's not the same thing. It definitely feels better.
Not the same.
It's not the same, and live music does feel better. But I think you're definitely taking away part of that experience by not seeing.
I'm mostly going for the live music.
I think I'm gonna say no, but I respect your yes.
Now, again, this is all based on the assumption that it only applies to the concerts. If it applies to the whole life, then no.
Right, no, yeah, definitely. Okay, let's, we'll press the button this time. I think this is going to be a 30-70 situation.
Yeah. 30 press, 70 not, yep.
Yep.
We, close enough.
Close enough. No, that's a win. I say that's a win.
Yep.
Yeah, I just, I know you can feel music and like pyrotechnics and hear it, but like
I don't go for the pyrotechnics though.
I think but that definitely
visuals
helps.
At a concert.
It definitely helps.
But I go for hearing the music in my ears directly.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm in the music for the audio.
That's fair. All right, one more. You were afraid of nothing, but your lack of fear can put you in life-threatening situations, and you will act carelessly. This is just Holly.
Yeah, that's... Yep. That is exactly how I would describe Holly. It reminds me of that time we were playing VR in the Backrooms thing, and she kept scaring herself because instead of peeking around a corner to see if there was something there, she would just book it at 90 degrees and run smack dab into a creepy face and get scared. Yeah. Okay, so I've actually seen this concept explored on TV shows before. And yeah, that's how you end up getting like mauled by a bear.
Yeah, this is a terrible idea.
No, it's bad.
So we're not hitting the button.
No. That's how you die.
What?
50-50.
How?
It's probably the people that are like, well, I'm already afraid of nothing. So yeah, I'd hit the button. It's like, no. If you end up like in the woods, fear is there for a reason. We live in a pretty scary place, pretty scary world. You're afraid for a reason. You're supposed to be afraid.
Yeah, this is
to a certain level.
Yeah, no. Let's do another one.
Yeah, let's do another one. Hit me.
Every present conflict in the world is instantly resolved, but you die.
So what I'm reading here is just like a scaled down version of Jesus.
Sure, yeah.
Ooh, I don't like this one.
This one,
you either look really nice or really selfish.
Okay, I'm going to.
Go ahead, Eddie. Tell us all how you would save yourself and not all the people dying. Let's cut this one.
All right, I'm going to advocate for the selfish side for a second here. Okay. And this is getting into personal beliefs. So take this with a grain of salt. We live in a broken world. And people are fallible. and I'll leave that there. And so, yes, you could solve every conflict in the world right now,
Oh, yeah, that's a good
but in
point. It's
the
just
long
instantly
point,
resolved,
they'll
not
come back
ever.
or new problems will arise.
Yeah, I'm not hitting that button.
And
I
so,
like
will
your
you
point.
dying will it actually change? I mean, it'll
No, you
change
know
things
what?
for
You're
now,
right.
but in the long term, would it actually do anything?
No, you're right, Eddie. I'm not hitting that button. That's not selfish. You're just prolonging the inevitable.
I don't know if I believe that, but it's a thought.
No, you know what? I like the way you think. That's true.
Okay, so we're not gonna hit the button. We're not gonna die.
Don't do it.
Jesus was a long-term solution. This is not a
Yeah,
long-term solution.
there you go. There's your lesson for today. 50-50.
Wow.
I think I see here's the problem. I think a lot of people who pressed the button did not think of it like you did and just thought, "Oh, if I press this button, no more conflict ever."
Probably, probably. Honestly, I'm surprised there weren't more no's. I thought there'd be more no's.
Yeah.
But you never know on will you press the button.
This was kind of just an okay will you press the button episode.
Yeah, this was kind of, it
But
wasn't bad. It wasn't good.
sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. Okay, Eddie, I got one for you.
Okay, hit me.
Okay. You can permanently get rid of onions in the world. Like nobody would ever use onions ever again. Or pickles.
Ooh, or pick. Oh, hold on. Is
Or the
it
McRib. You can
okay?
eliminate pickles,
So I
onions,
can
and
choose, or all three are eliminated.
all three are eliminated
Okay.
if you want.
Okay.
But to do that, you have to eat a whole Altoona style pizza
Damn. That's.
in one sitting, the whole thing. And not like a personal one, like meant for a group.
I'm
You
meant
have to
for
eat
a
the whole thing.
group.
Like, I mean, it's not a huge pizza, but like it's about the size of a standard pizza, but we're not talking like one personal pan pizza. And it's specifically made with Kraft singles. Okay, for those that don't know, because I don't think we talked about this on air, and I did that again, but I can explain this time. Altoona Pizza is a regional pizza in the city of Altoona, Pennsylvania, which we did talk about. Uh, and it is made with pizza dough, sauce, piece of salami, piece of green pepper, melted American cheese right on top of that. And it looks gross.
If eating this pizza once makes it so that I don't have to even think about pickles again for the rest of my life, I would do it.
I would eat the pizza regardless. I
And
would eat the
that is
pizza.
why we
I
disagree.
I would eat the pizza without the consequences. Like I don't want to get rid of onions, pickles, and McRib. Uh I would eat the Altoona pizza just to experience it.
I think it's an abomination of pizza in general, but
Have you ever tried it? Have you ever tried it?
nope, and I don't
That's what I
intend, and
thought.
I don't intend to.
That's what I thought. Um, I think we're both gonna try it.
No, I don't think we will.
Yeah, I think we
I'd
should.
rather really not.
I think that's a future video idea. We both make one and we both eat it.
You know what? I'll make a deal with you, Shanner. And you
Uh,
guys can hold me to this. If we ever meet up in Altoona again, I will try it with you.
there we go.
And I
We
will
can
do
get
everything
our
in my power not to go to Altoona ever again.
we'll get your dad to come with us. He'll do it.
He would. He actually probably thinks it's a good idea. Or not a good
I
idea. It
would-
would taste good, I mean.
I think you should next time you talk to your dad, ask him if he's ever heard of it and ask him if he thinks it's a good idea. I feel like your dad would like an Altoona style
I think
pizza.
he would like it. I don't think he would think it's a good idea, if that makes sense.
I think I'm gonna try to make this week. I think it's doable. The
All
hardest
right, let me
part is
know
cooking
what let me
pizza
know
dough.
what your opinion is then. Take a picture of
Yeah.
it. I want to see how you make it.
I'm gonna the hardest part, honestly, is the reason I don't make a lot of homemade pizzas is pizza dough is so finicky. It's
Just
like
buy it
cooking just in
pre-made.
an oven. Yeah, but you have to like still cook it.
That's not that hard.
Tuna, pizza, recipe. Yeah, but you have to have like a pizza stone or something.
Yeah, okay, that's fair, I guess.
Okay, recipe. How to make Altoona style pizza. I'm not gonna, make this a whole lesson, but I do just wanna
Sure.
I don't need to make the whole dough from scratch. Okay, so I need green bell peppers, cooked salami, yeah. Velveeta or yellow cheese. Uh-huh. Okay. Place your
This looks
dough in
like
the pan.
something the boomers
Add
would
your
make.
tomato sauce, salami, and green peppers on each square to be sliced.
Oh.
Par bake your dough in the oven. Add your cheese on top. Back in the hot oven for 5 minutes to melt the cheese. Easy peasy. Okay, we're doing this week. And on that note, I would like to share one more recipe that I invented myself this week. And I think it's going to take off if we have, just a minute. This just reminded me talking about crazy recipes. We were talking today at work about soup. I was talking to another coworker who wanted to make wedding soup, and I said I would bring in hot dog soup. Now, Eddie, you may be
Chandler,
asking
you've been living
yourself,
in Greene County for too long.
you may be
You need
asking
to get
yourself,
out. You need to get
what
out.
is hot dog soup? Eddie, I don't live in Greene County anymore. You know this.
Sorry, let me rephrase. You need to get out of the Pittsburgh area.
Eddie, you may be asking yourself, what is hot dog soup?
I don't
Now,
want to.
when I said that to this coworker, I had just made it up on the spot. I said hot dog soup because it sounded like the worst thing you could possibly make. But then I thought, what would hot dog soup look like? Here's my idea, okay? You get some hot
Oh, so you
dogs.
haven't actually made this?
No,
Oh, okay. I thought this was something you
I,
regularly made. Okay.
oh no, 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 no,
Okay.
especially
Okay.
not when I tell you the recipe
Okay.
because I think my coworker said, what is hot dog soup? And I said, let me tell you. This was all made up as I went. Here's my recipe. Now, keeping in mind, I do not make this, but maybe I should sometime because I kind of want to know how this would turn out, even though it's going to be bad. You get your hot dogs, maybe like, I don't know, six, depending on the recipe. For like a person, for a serving for a party, you get maybe 6 to 10 hot dogs.
Yeah.
Big pot of water, just enough to cover the hot dogs, maybe a little more. The important thing is you want this to be concentrated broth. You boil the hot dogs for whatever the recommended amount of time is till they're cooked through.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically all hot dogs are, but whatever. You boil them to the manufacturer's instructions. You take out the hot dogs, but you do not get rid of that water. Take the hot dogs out. What you have now is concentrated hot dog broth.
Sure. Don't
And
say it like that, but sure.
we're trying to get the essence of a full hot dog experience here. What do you add next? There are two ways you can go about this. Basic and premium. Basic hot dog soup, you take your main toppings for a hot dog. So to the already boiling, like once you've taken the hot dogs out, you want to restart this boiling. Ketchup, mustard, relish, all into that boiling water. Enough to make it soupy and thick. Chop up the hot dogs. There's some debate about how to do this. You can either
There's
do
some debate. There's debate how to cut up a hot dog for this soup.
Eddie, I need you to respect my cultural uh, background.
Okay,
You
sure.
slice it up. Now, this can be done either in like three big chunks per hot dog or in several little chunks. That's up to the viewer or the connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
You add them back to that soup and you let all those flavors kind of get to know each other. This now, the important note for this is you cannot be using premium hot dogs for this. None of this natural case beef, whatever. I'm talking the like hot dogs you got served in elementary school. That is an important part of this recipe. You let all those flavors kind of simmer and get to know each other. And the hot dog soup. Now, the premium version, this is where we take things up a step. Okay. What's a premium hot dog? I'm thinking a chili dog. So, same steps as before. Boil the hot dog. Get the hot dogs out of the water. Your face is making this funnier. Boil the hot dogs. Get them out of that water. Reboil the water. Ketchup, mustard. No relish this time, because this time we're adding canned chili. And you may be thinking, that doesn't make it premium. I'm not done yet. You add the chili. You let that simmer. You add back in your hot dogs. Now we're gonna take this like a French onion soup style. You get a little bowl, hot dog soup in the bottom with the chili already added in, hot dog bun cut in half, laid on top, toasted if you're fancy, but if you're in a bind, raw hot dog bun is just fine. Cheddar, Monterey Jack cheese shredded over the top. You broil it like a It's like a French onion soup. You just want to melt that cheese and toast that bread on top. Break that bad boy out. Hot dog soup, premium mode. But typically it's just the hot dog water with ketchup, mustard, relish, hot dog chunks added back in, simmered. That is my new patent pending recipe. What happens if I Google hot dog soup? Just gonna find out. If this is already invented, I'm gonna cry. Hot dog soup exists already. Oh, this is boring. The ingredients in hot dog soup are one onion, margarine. Why? Three potatoes, canned tomato sauce, chicken broth, frozen green beans, and oh, this is using frankfurters. That sounds too fancy. Nope. This all looks way too fancy. They are missing the essence of hot dog soup. You cannot just throw hot dogs in some other soup, like a vegetable soup, and call it hot dog soup. That's cheating. This looks better, and this looks like this looks worse than Altoona pizza. This looks like a crime against nature. What is this? What am I looking at here? Eddie, I would like some feedback. You there, Eddie? Eddie, I really hope that you didn't die and I'm just going along. Here is the picture that came up when I Googled hot dog soup. Look at that brothy, brothy fun. These all look way too fancy. Okay, the essence of hot dog soup is it still needs to be like a hot dog. You cannot just chuck hot dog in a soup and call it that. That is wrong. I'm taking a stand. You know what? Maybe I get a little fancy. I have some hot dogs in my fridge. Do I have all the stuff to make hot dog soup in my fridge right now? Hot dogs, check. Water, check. Ketchup, check. Relish, 30% chance. Mustard, I have to get some mustard. All that to say, guess you could call me Master Chef. Gordon Ramsay, you want to collab sometime? Make hot dog soup with me? Eddie, you've been suspiciously quiet for way too long.
Folks, this is the last episode of History and Hypotheticals. We're closing the channel.
And we're gonna close it. This isn't the last episode. We got one more episode left, and I'm gonna go out to Eddie's house. He's not aware of this yet, and we're gonna have hot dog soup and Altoona style pizza, dude.
I don't, want to promote negative or bad energy or anything like that on this channel. I want to be a responsible person with this, and I say this in full air quotes and sarcasm, platform that I have here. Shaner, I might kill you myself if you come out here and make this for me and you force me to eat it.
Is it wrong that the monkey part of my brain does want to make a small batch of hot dog soup?
That's what you call this, the monkey part of your brain?
Dude, you're telling me on a deep primordial level, part of you does not want to know what hot dog soup tastes like?
No, I don't.
Not even a little bit? Dude, you don't want to know what would happen if you mixed all those things together.
I don't know where I am. I feel like I'm trapped and I can't get out.
So if you don't hear from me by Saturday, just assume I tried hot dog soup and I died the way God intended. Eating hot dog soup because I have a bunch of hot dogs in my fridge and I've been wondering what to do with them. And
at least tell me you're going to do the premium or the regular version.
Look, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do the regular version.
Great.
We got to try this in its essence. And again,
no, there's no we here, just you. Just you.
We. Nope, well, yeah, because you're not close. Because you're not close.
Good. Okay, I'm glad we come to that agreement.
You know what, Eddie? I defy you. It's hot dog soup time. I'm gonna text you. Have you ever seen that meme? It's like a meme in two parts where it's a tweet and it says, "I'm gonna drink the contents of this snow globe. You can't stop me." And the response to that tweet above it just says, "Hospital."
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that video, bread makers watching their bread being turned into soup bowls or bread bowls. That's what this
No,
makes
this
me
is not the
feel.
same thing.
I
You
feel
have no
like those
stake in
chefs right
this.
now.
Look, dude, the hot dog is already such a lowly food item. It's already a crime against humanity. I'm just trying to make it into something beautiful. So yeah, if by the time this video is posted, you see a memorial to me posted on our page, I went the way humans should, the way God intended. Hot dog soup.
Everyone, thank you for listening to this episode of History and Hypotheticals. Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Um,
Follow
if
me
you
on my new
don't
food blog.
hear
Uh,
from me ever again, you know why. Uh,
I texted that thing to you. Follow me at new Small Beards Big Recipes, where I will be making these foods.
I see. Highlights of the 24-hour stream coming.
Dude, next 24-hour stream, I make hot dog soup live.
That's it.
No,
I can't continue with the show anymore.
we
You're
streamed,
you're pushing my hand. I
dude.
can't.
We do the in-person stream. Hot dog soup is one of the follower punishments.
That's a good stream goal.
Yep,
That's a
that's
good
a
stream goal.
stream goal. That's where it's like hot dog soup is a stream goal.
That's a really good stream goal. I hate that you said that.
We get like 20 viewers. You have to eat a spoonful of hot dog soup. Rotting
Okay, but
food.
only if it's the premium version.
Nope. At that point, it's not the same. It's good. It's not the same thing.
Okay, sure. That's a good stream goal.
I'm still working on all the ratios. Don't worry.
Great. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Shaner, would you like to say anything else? Anything at all? Anything other at
Um,
all?
I just think what I'm doing here is going to be the next McRib, and that's all I have to say.
Goodbye.
See you later.